Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field.
Yeah.
They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Yeah.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 60 yards. And the Ravens need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And she don't care that she got a girlfriend? Okay, so... you need to cut her off right now. Bruh, just... Okay. Just block her. Block her, literally. Go girls.
It's sites where you could go, like, to... Exactly. You can't block nobody, bro. They're gonna find a way to text you.
Allen in the middle now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Exactly. That's what people be doing.
First carry for the rookie from Georgia, it's James Cook. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Now Allen into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Touchdown! Devin Duvernay with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
Oh my God. When I tell you this man be posting anything, he be posting anything. Oh my gosh. I'm so mad I wasn't in these pictures.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the 4th-year running back, this is Devin Singletary. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Allen gonna go on 4th down. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Allen off the play fake. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Singletary will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Madden 23. 23.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This offense returns to the field led by Devin Duvernay, a wide receiver, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out here with the option left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 33. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. James Prochet from 13 yards out. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Okay.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I forgot.
Throw taken in by Diggs.
And
they're able to get this one across the 35.
But I'm gonna send him
to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. Touchdown! DeMarcus Robinson, 43 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into...
Bro, you look just like Elijah.
Yeah.
They get set to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk.
Bro, what doing am I?
Just a little more animated.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So we reach half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I'm not even talking at all.
In Raven territory now, and here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys,
frustrated.
Oh, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So a decent deficit at this stage in the 2nd half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Allen will try to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You
on your
establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they were terrific in the 1st half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Demarcus Robinson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From midfield, here's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action. 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, 35 yards. And the Bills get a bit closer. So there you go. They needed a big play, and they got one there on the touchdown run.
And that was a very important drive. Of course, they all are when you're trailing in the second half. But what I really liked, they didn't panic. They knew they still had time to run the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
They weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Fuck no, nigga.
And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. They'll start down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
In heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, and Cook has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Right back to Cook for another completion. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The drive will start with an option going left. The quick feet by Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swung.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Edwards will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Not
yeah,
that
they went heavy there. Sometimes you
pretty.
have those big offensive linemen
like
come in
a
after
nigga.
report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance,
I didn't say
blocking,
that.
and getting their runner
said
across the goal
I
line.
can't beat her. Bruh,
Now Tucker to
he
add
sound
the
like a
PAT.
nigga, bro. That one,
Now
man.
this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
He looked just like me.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
I'm being damn
9
serious.
yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Like the thing. I ain't even gonna say it. I don't want to get mad at you. Hey.
Allen again. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I ain't even gonna say it.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I'm a text.
To the air, Allen.
That's crazy.
And my goodness, another interception. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Come on.
Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you? No.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
That's why I didn't want to say it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that was playing at an elite level.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
This offense returns to the field, led by Devin Duvernay, a wide receiver. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and 5. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they should do so with their heads held high. What a performance.